Born in the Transkei and grew up on the streets of Mamelodi, goes by the name of Yonela Mnana. The pianist and singer started his musical journey from a young age and is now a music graduate. His career highlights include performing alongside jazz legends such as Feya Faku, Herbie, Tsoaeli and Mnisi, to mention only a few of those. Yonela has since released an album titled Baba that launched last month. He's in studio now to tell us more about Baba. Yonela, good morning. Good job. Good, thank you. All right, tell us about Baba and what inspired this album.
Well, Baba, it's a very interesting thing, actually. In our black society, more especially, because Baba is actually the figurehead that binds the whole family, and that everybody happens to need. I mean, in South Africa, we know there's a great microcosm of families that are fatherless. So the song actually encapsulates somebody searching for the father, which is a three-pronged search where one searches for a biological father, or maybe any kind of leadership, political leadership, or even religious.
Talk to us about who you worked with on this album.
Well, there's on this album I worked with Africa Mnisi. He's a great producer, and it was funded by Themba Mnisi, who is his father, and somebody that actually inspired me because he was able to fuse South African melodic elements with the American Texas style kind of harmonies, and I find that's how we as South Africans are doing in terms of us taking stuff from outside and putting whatever that we have locally, fusing together. How
do you describe the sound on Baba, though?
I find that it's got a wide sound spectrum, I think, because it encapsulates all that stuff that we've been hearing from like Stevie Wonder, Tony Hathaway, two very jazzy sounds. There's a ballad called Stando, there's Obajela, which is something that is distinctly South African.
Why was this the right time, though, to release this album?
Well, I think most of the other things are really beyond us. I had wanted to do this quite earlier on, and the way of going around it, I think essentially is the finances and the deals. But I think there's other people that has helped this thing to come at the precipice. People like Brenda Sani, and all the other places that allowed me to work on this music. So I think it's a good time.
Yeah. I've seen you on the program, and you've come to the program several times working with several other musicians. Who would you like to work with, or who is the one musician that has inspired you?
Well, there's a lot of musicians, but I'd essentially would like to work with everybody that's really willing to share. When I grew up, I think I liked Steve Kegan, I liked Lazarus Kagudi. All of the other blind people, they're great giants. I would like to do something as a contribution, more especially to Steve, because nobody actually has touched on that. And there's all the other jazz guys that I've been working with, as you say, Sydney, Mnisi, and my mentor, Brandy. It would be nice to do something. If wishes were horses, the spectrum is quite wide.
Yeah. All right. Talk to us about your upcoming performance at the Orbit. When is that?
Yes, I'm performing at the Orbit later today. At around 6 o'clock. Actually, there's a book launch and there's a conference on jazz that actually questions whether South African jazz is compatible to mainstream American jazz. And I'm playing with a jazz tech trio that involves Amechi, Gechi, and Spirit, who is with me today. A friend of mine that we've been together from Spiritfield there when I started teaching in Katlaho. So it's beautiful that we still have the chance to bless the stage and see what we can do.
All right, Yonela Mnana, thank you so much for spending the morning with us. Legendary singer and pianist Yonela Mnana speaking to us about his new album titled Baba, as well as his performance at the Orbit in Braamfontein tonight. Stay tuned for 2 more performances from this legendary pianist. All right, let's take